Today, I'm going to show you a concept that is becoming more and more popular in the wide zone offense. It causes tremendous confusion for the defense, which creates huge plays in the passing game. It is called leak, and with it, we will be able to beat any coverage in the game for massive gains down the field. All right, so this is going to be the San Francisco 49ers running this concept, and this is one of their favorite ways to generate huge plays in the passing game. So what we're going to see here is it's going to be a fake stretch run like we have went over before, with the play action boot off of it, which we have already went over before, which we're going to recreate with this play. And what they really want to do is they want to run their fake stretch this way, have the flow of the defense coming this way, then have two passing routes going the same way as their boot. This is going to be the exact same motion, the exact same flow as their normal boot game. They're going to have passing concepts going this way. They want the linebackers, the whole flow of the defense to run with those two. What we're going to notice is the receiver who started right here is going to come down like he's going to block, and he's going to come down into the middle of the defense. Then we're going to let this run, and that's actually this player here. He's going to come down and block. Then he's going to escape out the back end, and he's going to just get wide open right here for a humongous play down the field for a really easy score. So for this scheme, we're going to be continuing my wide zone offense out of the LA Rams playbook. And today we will be in the formation single back bunch X nasty. And we will be looking at the plays PA drag wheel, which is our leak play. And then we're also going to be looking at the play PA Rams counter. Now we are actually going to be going over this PA Rams counter first. And this is going to do a great job of using a play action, using a boot like we went over in past videos, really getting the whole flow of the defense going with the run, booting out the other way, having multiple crossers coming across the field, and really pull the whole defense the same way as our boot. Then when we run this PA drag wheel, this is our leak play. Both of these plays are going to have the same motion across the field, so they're really going to work well off of each other. We're still going to have a boot action on this play. We're still going to have a deep crosser, but now after we ran that PA Rams counter a few times, we get the whole flow of the defense going one way. We're actually going to run our leak route going out the other way, get the user totally out of sorts, and we're going to get huge plays down the field. Now we're really going to be focusing on how to beat zone coverage in this video, but I've already broke down how to use this PA drag wheel leak play to really just destroy man coverage and beat match for a one play touchdown. Plus I broke down a run that is going to use the same motion as these other two setups that we're going over today. Now I broke all that down on my membership page, so if you guys are interested in seeing those setups and a bunch more setups in this wide zone offense, click the join button down below. Also guys, I'm going to do something a little bit different today, so hang around till the end of the video, and I'm actually going to have a screen come up with all of our reads and adjustments actually written out for you guys. You can take a screenshot of it, and I'm going to have a little preview of the next video that we are going over, so stick around to the end of the video for that. So for this setup guys, we want the bunch to the wide side of the field. Then we just want to put the middle receiver on the bunch side. We just want to put him on a fade. He is going to be a clear out route for us. Then we want to take the outside wide receiver on the bunch and just motion him across the field. That is it guys, super easy setup. Then we're going to have kind of a stacked look on the weak side. It's going to be a 2x2 set. Okay, let's go look at the reads and gameplay for PA Rams counter first. Right here, we're going to motion this player over, and this is really going to work in that same way as the other PA boot plays we went over. We're really trying to focus on sucking the user down. Then we're going to have a bunch of crossing routes going across the field, and we're just going to have a bunch of options if we can get the user out of position. So right here though, our first read is always going to be this tight end in the flat. So right here, we're just going to run our little play action. We're going to boot out, and if we ever see no hard flat out here, we can actually just cancel the play action like I did here, and we are just going to fire it right out to the flats right away, truck stick, and that's just a really easy 8-yard gain. So look to that tight end first. Okay, now same thing, we already have this player motioned over. We have kind of our stacked look on this end, and right here, we're going to run this play action again. Look at the user right here this time, guys. He absolutely fires down, bites down on the run very, very hard. He's coming down into the box. As soon as he does that, now we know our crossers coming across the middle are gonna get open. So the first one we're gonna look to is this shallower one, and we can really throw this at two spots. If the user sucks down even further, then we can actually throw this early. But if he does a better job of getting underneath this, we look here, there's a hard flat, but there's no second flat defender. So now if the user's playing underneath that, we can just wait wait for this crosser to get towards this hole where there's not another flat defender, and we can just fire that in. Okay, now next one, exact same thing. Look for the user, and right here, see the user? He jumps down. He gets sucked into the O lineman. So as soon as we see that, now I'm thinking we can even throw this earlier. If they have no other hook curl in the middle of the field, now we can just throw this. We don't have to wait for him to come along the sideline. Now we can throw this in earlier right there. Nobody home. Make a guy miss. Get upfield for a really nice gain because we suck that user in. Okay, here we go again. Watch the user once again. Here, look how hard he bites down, guys. He bites down right away. So now he's going to be out of position. We're going to have our first crosser coming here. We're going to have our flat route. Then we're going to have this deeper post, guys. So it's really going to have different levels here so we can go to either one. So the first two, we went to the shallower cross. Right here, the user gets sucked down. Then he does a pretty decent job of actually locating this deeper or the shallower crosser. But we could have easily thrown it there. But on this one, I can actually set my feet, guys. And if we see no one else in the middle of the field, we have our clear out route here. And now we can fire in this deeper post to that really nice soft spot there, guys. He gets to such a great area of the field there. We set our feet and just fire it for a huge 30-yard gain. So I still have a ton more videos on the way for this wide zone offense, but I already have my next scheme in the works. Leave a comment down below if you guys have any guesses on what you think I'm going to be going over next. Just a hint, it could be NFL, but it also could be college. Let me know. Okay, now we're going to go over the adjustments for our PA drag wheel setup. This is going to be our leak play. So exact same thing, guys. We want our bunch to the wide side of the field. Then for this one, we want to take that same outside receiver on the bunch side, and we want to put him on a streak, then motion him over. So it's going to be the exact same motion. There will be no tells between the two plays. Then we want to take the tight end on that, bunch side, and we want to put him on a streak also. This is going to be a clear out route for us for a deep cross that we have coming across the field. So those are our adjustments, guys. Really, really simple and easy. Okay, here's our PA drag wheel, our leak concept. So we get our adjustments in. We want to motion this player over. It's going to look the exact same as our PA Rams counter play. Now we're going to put this tight end on a clear out route as well. So that's going to be the big difference. And then once again, we're going to run our same play action fake. And this play is all about finding the user, guys. And our first read is going to be this player here. He is going to be our leak player. He's going to come down and then he's going to escape out the other way. We're going to have a clear out route and a deep crosser with another clear out route and then a tight end to the flat. So that's really what this concept is going to look like. So right here, let's look at the user right here. So he kind of bites down on the play action, but not really. But for this play, that's not even the biggest thing. We just want it to look very similar to that PA Rams counter. And then we're still going to have this deep crosser coming across the field. So that's going to look very similar to that Rams counter. So now we look at the user. He's biting on this route right here. Then here is our leak route right here, guys, in the middle of the field, and he's just going to be leaking out the other way. Now this also works great, guys, because look at, they have multiple flat defenders on this side. I don't know if they have manned this player up, but they have two players going to the flats here. They have another deeper flat defender here, and this guy will never turn and run with this leak player. Then we have our clear out right here. So now this player is just going to go to this hole, and it is going to be absolutely wide open. So as the quarterback, we're just going to wait for him to clear this flat defender. Then we were just going to lead this up and away right there, put one move on this guy, and we were able to score a 40-yard touchdown. Okay, same thing, motion this player over. Watch for the user on this play right here. So right here, he runs this way. Then he sees the deep crosser coming across the field, guys. They're going to be so used to us hitting crossers on our play action boot that the user is going to be totally out of position. So then we look here, guys. He's actually playing double flats. Here's one flat defender. Here's the other flat defender. So he has two defenders playing that deep. And look at this. He's clearing both of these guys. He's not going to turn and run with him. And there is nobody within, by the time we throw this ball, there is nobody within 15 yards of him. So far deep down the field. If I would have led that in a little bit, we might have even scored, but there's like a huge 40-yard gain down the field. Okay, here we go again. Let's look. So we have a play action fake boot out. We look on this one, and I really don't know what the user was doing, but on this one, it was 4th and 16. And I see right here, we could have waited for our leak player. He gets open again, but then on this one, I actually went to the deep crosser. So the user wasn't covering the deep crosser. I see their flat defender stopping at about 10 yards. And this deep crosser does such a good job of actually getting in between the deep blue defender and the deep flat defender. He really gets to a great soft spot. I love this crossing route, and we're able to pick up like 20 yards on that play. Okay, same thing. Now in this one, watch the user. So he doesn't really bite on the play action, but that's fine. Then he sees the leak player coming across, and I see him start to run with it. So my eyes are going to come off to that, and we're going to be looking at this crosser once again. Now watch right here though, the user actually comes off. Like, we could have hit this leak player once again, guys. You can almost hit it every time, but my eyes had already come off, and I'm looking at this crosser. These flat defenders do not react to him, and this deep blue defender just gets held long enough by the tight end, and he doesn't play the sideline, and once again we're able to fire this deep crosser in for a toe tapper along the sideline. Then our third read is just going to be a check down to our running back. So right here, basically I'm going to throw this if I ever see a blitz and I see quick pressure, or I come out of my boot and right away I see nobody going to the hard flats. Right here I see kind of the user already running with that leak route, so I see no hard flat. You can just fire this in right away if you guys want. You don't have to run the boot. If you see no hard flats, you can fire this in at any moment, get it out into the flats, trucks two people, gain like 13-14 yards. If you want to see a drop back pass out of this wide zone scheme, but a totally different formation than this bunch X nasty that is going to absolutely abuse all zone coverage for humongous plays down the field, including one play touchdowns, you need to watch this video right here.